Welcome and welcome back. We got ourselves another teaser today. They did it. These trolls. Holy cow, we're gonna have to kill the lesser demon in the wizard's tower. Oh, let's talk about it. Here we are back on that news page that we had from the last leak. They've actually gone and just updated it straight up right here. So we can see that task that they've now added. Defeat the lesser demon in the wizard's tower. Monsters. Absolute monsters. I cannot believe that they're going to make us wait in line. I'll talk a little bit more about like doing these tasks as we start to get more of them, start figuring out what the pathing is going to look like for these. If you're not like the first 20 people logged in, this is going to be basically impossible. Like you might as well just wait until the end of the first day to pick this up. Now there's some debate about whether you can take the initial 30 casts that you can claim for free in Lumbridge and take down the lesser demon. I feel like that's probably a little bit too small a number of casts. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you could try if you pick up some water runes. I mean, there is a rune shop both in Port Sarim and Barak. It's one of those two that are probably going to be the closest one for you. It's just not that close. I'd almost think you just go to like the Stronghold of Security, get the first floor's money, and then run to Barak, go to Aubrey, pick up some additional casts, and then go to the Wizard's Tower. But I digress. I think for this one, probably at least a couple of hours in, because we're not going to have like that many worlds. Yeah, if we get like 10, 20 worlds, I mean, at least there's something you can hop between. But yeah, the first couple of hours, since, I mean, this is going to be like a really easy task, I think a lot of people are going to do it. But once you do get it done, you are going to unlock this minimum potential relic. Now, we've seen something similar before, but not exactly like this. It's going to mean that you never deal less than 5 damage, but you can still miss attack. So it's not going to increase your accuracy. So you can't go and take your like full tank setup with darts into the Inferno, at least not with this one by itself. But anytime that you are fighting like a low defense enemy and you have a fast weapon, this is going to be really good. So let's just take a quick look at what some of the fast weapons are. I'll put a link to the wiki page so you can check it out for yourself if you'd like. Whenever you're thinking fast weapons, range is probably the thing that comes to mind because that typically has the fastest weapons. Melee does have a handful that are pretty quick, and actually like the Goblin Paint Cannon, for example, this is one that you can just pick up from Diango. It's very cheap, so for your early melee training, assuming you can get the lesser demon down, that might be good for you because this thing has a 3-tick attack speed. So since you're not going to be hitting below a 5 anyway when you do hit, yeah, you take this thing and you go kick some cows, you're going to be like flying through those. But there's also a lot of quests that help for melee experience, so you're probably not really going to be focused here. Ranged is really the big one that I think is going to come to a lot of people's mind because you've got things like darts, you've got knives. Those are also pretty easy to pick up early on as well. So throwing knives with this and getting like some early scurrious kills could be really powerful. There's also, of course, the blowpipe. Blowpipe's going to be a big one where this is going to get a lot of benefit because since anything that has lower strength is super going to benefit from getting a +5 onto their minimum hit. There are also going to be charged stabs, but considering where these are in the game, you're probably not going to get a lot of benefit out of the +5 on magic, though it is still nice to have. Now you may be saying, but you, Jack, what about my like multi-hitting weapons? I got a scythe, I got some claws, maybe I'm barraging or chinning. It always could affect all of the hits, but I kind of doubt it because normally when they've done these sort of power up to hit splats in past leagues, it mainly impacts whatever the like main hit of the weapon is. So for chins or barraging, whatever the like central thing that you're targeting, that's normally where all of the power up stuff will apply into. Same deal with like multi-hitting weapons like the scythe, where it's the first hit splat is the one that's impacted, not the secondary one. So you're not going to see like a 5-5-5 scythe hit, although that would still be kind of terrible. But you know what I mean? Same thing with like claws, right? Because the main hit of the claw is where the damage is calculated from. So that's kind of how I expect this to interact. Granted, because this is a minimum hit, it's probably more focused towards like early game for the most part, besides maybe like a blowpipe. Now, I won't be surprised if we get some sort of attack speed modifier somewhere on this board. Right now, they haven't shown us that, so I don't know if we're going to get it. But that is going to be super cool if they do, because if you've played Leagues in the past, essentially doubling the attack speed of any of the weapons, this is just going to be even more value the faster that you're swinging. So it's going to open up a lot of possibilities if we do get something like that. And when you talk about combination things as well, that extra +5, it's going to make training one of your combat skills faster. So that might play into combatant as well for how you want to choose what you're going to do here. Now, while I'm on the topic, we did get a couple other pieces of information as well. It was confirmed we're going to have to pick one of these 3 of the skilling relics from that first unlock. Kind of unfortunate. I wish, because it's a shorter game mode, they should have just given us all 3. How cool would that have been? Poor trash can, don't pick it. Nobody's going to pick it. Just don't do it. You're going to feel bad. So really, it's between Power Miner and Animal Wrangler. If you listen to someone like Double Shine, he's going to tell you, don't take Animal Wrangler. I think he's wrong. I know, shots fired. I think Animal Wrangler is still really good. Being able to just completely AFK fishing, don't knock that, man. You can go and you could sit at one of these spots, and particularly Karambwans, once you have them unlocked, you're just AFK there forever. You have an infinite stack of food at your disposal because cooking those nonstop. Free 99 fishing, free 99 cooking. That in and of itself, very good. You don't get that same thing from either of the other 2 because there's not exactly a mining spot or a woodcutting spot that never moves. There's always some sort of timer associated to it. Things are gonna run out. So that's a really strong part of Animal Wrangler. Plus, it's also gonna speed up your hunting a lot. You're getting a ton of chins. That's gonna help your range training, help your defense training too if you end up doing a defensive chuck with the chin. I don't know, man. Animal Wrangler looks pretty good, but I personally would also be fine with Power Miner. I think this one is equally good for some other reasons. Mining's already a fairly slow skill, kind of an annoying one to train. And while, yes, you're going to have access to other ways to train smithing, like Giant's Foundry, and you can buy rune items from the shops and take those to the foundry and use them, so it's not like you have to have bars in order to do that. But mining is annoying enough in and of itself, where I kind of feel like Power Miner is a solid choice. I mean, you can already AFK fishing, you can already do hunter rumors, so if you absolutely hate mining, this is the one for you. I also know that there was a bit of confusion in the way that I was explaining my thoughts on combatant in the last video. You pick 3 combat skills. If you get XP in any of them, the other 2 get half of that XP. So if you do ranged, attack, and strength, if you're training ranged, attack and strength are getting half of the XP that you're getting there. If you're training strength, ranged and attack are getting half of the XP. But I think when you're choosing what skills you want here, you should go for at least one that you can super charge. You can super train. And the reason I point out prayer is because if we get something like Golden God, where you essentially have infinite money and money can be used as bones to train prayer, prayer is already going to be free. But if you pair that with something like attack and strength, which are typically a little bit slower to train than something like ranged and magic, then you also get attack and strength to 99 for free, and it's really fast. So I think that's where this is going to shine, but you can always do things like pick up hit points, which is going to be trained with everything that you're doing besides prayer. That way it's always triggering, always giving you passive XP. So there's not really a wrong way to go about this. And of course, because they've updated the tiles, I still have to click through it just to see if we got anything else hidden in here now. Seems like no such luck. So that is going to be it for today's reveal. What do you think? Are you excited to go get in line for the Lesser Demon at the Wizard's Tower? I know I'm not. Oh my god. I swear, that's going to be like a day 2 or day 3 thing. Even though it'd be super nice to get that +5 minimum hit thing. Nah, dude, there's going to be a lot of people playing this, and especially in the first day, Wizard's Tower's toast. There's no chance. But with that, thanks for watching. While you're waiting for the next reveal, highly recommend checking out the Zealox series, or if they've already done another reveal, that'll be linked down below me. All right, I'll catch you there.